wanted to do a quick intro to this video. I even have some notes here that I just want to address. First, why am I doing this video? I don't want to sensationalize, turning over a tractor. The main thing is for awareness, to point out that where I was at was not, I had been over that section for multiple times and started to get complacent, started to raise my bucket, and at the same time I think I hit a little root, or a big root, which further tilted the tractor and got me going over. So that's the first thing that I really want to point out is it happened just like that. I've read my manual, I've read tractor forums, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos on running tractors, and I'm still new at it. There's been times that I've been on a slope going sideways and felt very tippy and felt like I needed to hike up on the edge when I have the backhoe on, turn the backhoe as a counterbalance, put the stabilizer down on the downhill side. Where I was at, I was running smooth, just started to raise my bucket a little to prepare to dump it. I was on a slight slope and hit that root. So it was a perfect storm, complacent, felt very comfortable. That all happened in a split second, and then I started to tip over, and many times in my head I've thought, drop the bucket if you ever felt it. Moving along, had my hand on the joystick. I think I froze, or it took me a second to realize what was happening, but even in that time, the bucket was still going up, further throwing me off balance. So I want to use this video for awareness. I know there's a lot of people that go to YouTube to look up videos on the tractor. The BX are some of my most popular videos. So really, I want to get that message out, how quick it happened. There was no time to bail out. Luckily, I did have my seatbelt on and the ROPS was up. So I just wanted to point that out primarily. You're going to see some video. I'm going to set up the scene, what had happened prior. So that should be coming up next. Thanks. Hey guys, wanted to set the stage a little bit. What I was doing was coming off of this hill with my bucket, kind of with the piranha tooth bar, scraping some of that overgrowth that had started coming up. It was pretty bad in that spot. But as I was making my way over, I thought, you know what, I'm going to take some of the dirt that I scrape up and dump it over here. I've got a gate that's open, that's some dogs are digging under. So I thought I'd go ahead and come up through here. I'd probably done it 4 or 5 times. Well, knew I only had a couple more passes. Was coming right through here and was going to dump it right there. And I think I started to raise my bucket up as I started coming through here, and it just got it off kilter a little. Might have hit this root over here. That might have bumped me up and over a little. Seemed like it was in slow motion. I did have the ROPS up, had my seatbelt on, thank goodness. Sounds like the dogs are fighting for position. Came over on this side, everything seems to be fine. Had my seatbelt on. Once it laid over on its side, I was kind of all my weight was against the seatbelt, but I was able to unbuckle it and get off of it. Got lucky. really. Okay, next up is some footage right after I got my seatbelt off and I was surveying the damage. Tractor was still on its side. I got my phone out, thought I would do some video of it. After that, you'll see some footage of me trying to right the tractor. And then lastly, some of the things that I had to do to get the tractor started back up. I'll go ahead and go into some of that. I had read on Tractor by Net that you should not try and start it right after it's rolled over because fluid, whether it's oil or diesel, I'm not sure which, can seep up on top of the pistons. And if you start it and those pistons go up, from my understanding, with that fluid in there, it could warp the pistons or the cylinder, something to that effect. So needless to say, I didn't try and start it once I got it righted. Did some research on the Kubota tractor forum on Facebook, as well as Tractor by Net. Was trying to look up that thread again. After talking to my dealer, got some information there, and basically it came down to it was on its right side. It was for a short duration. I let it sit in place for a week, so that should have allowed any fluid that might have gotten up there to drain back down. And so I took the chance. The only 100% safe thing to have done would be to have it taken to the dealer, or if I had the skills, take the injectors off and make sure there's no fluid on top, wipe off any fluid. I do not have that skill level to do, so I wasn't able to do that. And based on the information that I had and the circumstances, everything was leaning towards that it should be fine. And I took certain steps, turned it over by hand while it was off, and with the time, allowing it to drain any fluid that might have gone up into the engine. I felt comfortable in doing that. I don't recommend doing that for yourself. You got to do what you feel is right with your machine. So that footage will be coming up next. Hey guys, well, as you can see, got myself into a little bit of trouble here. So fortunately I'm okay. Thank goodness I had the seatbelt on and the roll bar up and locked. So I'm going to go ahead and use this ratchet strap. Got it hooked up to the Explorer. I'm going to try and bring it back, right it back up. Okay, so I tried pulling it from my earlier hookup spot and it was just starting to slide it. Maybe if I kept going, it would have brought it up. But I think the weight of that bucket up there is my problem. So I'm going to try and pull it back a little bit. Got it back some, I'm going to bring it back some more. Should mention I did have it in the float position. Alright, we got it. Scared to look to see what kind of damage we have. Not one of my more shining moments. Still shook up a little bit, actually, even riding it. Alright, let's see. This is the side we were over on. Looks like the gas tank has leaked just a little bit, being over on that side. But would you look at that? Nothing broke. My light covers popped off, but actually the light is intact still. I've got the covers, they're okay. See them laying right there. I put them off to the side. They just popped off. I am seeing something here. Not sure what this is. So I'm not going to fire it up yet. I'm going to have to get some input from people. I've read on Tractor by Net after tipping one over to let it set for a while. So that's my plan. I'm going to post this and see if I get any input from you guys. Whew. It was scary. Luckily, I did not get hurt. All right. I think that's a wrap. Okay, we just got the engine shroud off. Just for you, some of you, in order to get that engine shroud off, you have to slide it forward. And if the hood is tilted up all the way, it won't clear the hood. So Kubota did include this little gadget that does allow it to hold, and then it pokes back down. So just thought I'd include that. So what I want to do today is try and get in there and turn the flywheel a couple times. The tractor's been sitting for a week, and you know, for the most part, the fluid, any fluid that might have gotten on top of the pistons, should have drained off. It's been a week. It was only over on its side for 30 minutes or so. Just some people mentioned turning the flywheel as well. Make sure you don't feel that there's any fluid. I'm not sure exactly if I'll know what that feels like, but before I actually tried to start it, I figured I would take this precaution or option and see what it feels like. All right, here we go. Okay, I was able to use a crowbar. Sorry I didn't get any video of it. Just to be able to get it into those teeth and rotate it. If you're looking at the front of the tractor, I rotated it counterclockwise. So I was able to get it around a few times, and seems like we're okay. So I'm going to try and start it up. Here we go. Yay! Let it run here for a second. Still had the throttle up. from when I was running. Turned it down. Okay, I think I'm going to load everything up into the bucket, take it back into the garage, put it back together. Okay, there it is. Just some final comments that I had, some notes here. Once I was rolled over, the ROPS had saved me, the seatbelt. I had to struggle a little bit to unbuckle my seatbelt. I could see how potentially a person wouldn't be able to get their seatbelt undone. And because the strap is right there and all your weight is hanging on it, you would need to cut that seatbelt. However, there was no way I was going to be able to get into my pockets. So what I plan on doing is attaching a pocket knife to my keychain. So that way I should be able to reach that keychain, pull myself up with the steering wheel. So just wanted to add that in there. The contents of my toolbox here flew out. I might have been able to reach. I do have a knife in there. I might have been able to reach it if I needed to. But I think I'm going to attach it to my keychain, and that should take care of that. One other item, calling for help. I had my earphones on here, which have some controls. If I press and hold it, it will give me options to contact, call such and such. So that's an option to think about. If you did roll over and you could not get out of your seatbelt, how would you call for help? Or if you were just pinned, how would you call for help? What I like about these is even if I could do that and push the button and potentially get to the function that I needed, put the earpiece into my ear and call for help. So just some things to think about. Want to send a shout out to the Kubota Tractor forum on Facebook. Those guys gave me a lot of great information, things to consider about starting the tractor, before starting the tractor. In addition, of course, Tractor by Net. Just happened to read a thread in the past regarding the subject, which I kept in mind right after I righted the tractor. I think that's it. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos or check out more videos, go ahead and subscribe. If you know someone who might benefit from some of this information, who has a small lawn tractor, lawnmower, subcompact tractor, go ahead and share it with them. Like I said, my main focus is awareness and let people know how quick it can happen. As I mentioned, it happened just like that. I froze. There was no jumping out of the seat. By the time I realized, yes, it's going over, it would have been too late. It was too late. I didn't have a chance to do anything like that. Have to keep the ROPS up. That keeps it from rolling all the way over onto the person. So share it if you know someone that rides these things. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.